Whether you're a tennis fan or not, you know that Rafael Nadal has an unmatched attitude on the tennis court. Rafa has never smashed the racket,
Court violation, racket abuse. Warning,
Why?
Mr. Penn.
Why? It was broken. It was broken already.
never yelled at the crowd or his opponent, and never used vulgar language. However, a few players managed to get under Rafa's skin on some occasions. One of them is Fabio Fognini.
Oui, mais comme moi, je sais, tu parles aussi clair, donc moi, ça me dérange.
The other is Lucas Russell, the infamous man from Czech Republic, which I have made a whole video about his beef with Rafa. And finally, another Czech going by the name of Thomas Berdych. Going all the way back to 2006, Thomas Berdych faced defending champion Rafael Nadal in the quarterfinals of the Madrid Masters, the fourth meeting between the pair. Berdych had a 2-1 lead in their head-to-head coming into this match, having won their last two encounters. Before the match, Rafa gave huge respect to Berdych, saying he doesn't see himself as the favorite to win. I lost to him in Cincinnati last year and in Canada this year, so it's going to be a tough match. Even though Rafa was the defending champion in Madrid, he refused to take Berdych for granted. He's a player that pushes you, puts pressure on you. He plays very aggressive from behind the baseline, so you cannot give him initiative because if you do, you're dead. As expected, the Madrid crowd were firmly in the corner of their local phenom and did not shy away from making their preferences clear. But despite not having the support of the spectators, Berdych pulled off a major upset. Having had enough of the crowd's cheer all match, Thomas celebrated putting a finger to his mouth and shushing the crowd.
Numéro 2 mondial et surtout tenant du titre. Succès en 2-7 sur Rafael Nadal. 6-3, 7-6.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
The Czech went on to exchange a few words with Nadal during their handshake at the end of the match and persisted with the feud even after they both shook hands with the umpire. Speaking at his press conference after the match, Berdych remarked that he performed the shushing gesture to remind the spectators that Nadal's victory was not a given in every match. I can understand why they want Rafa to win the match and the tournament, but this is not Davis Cup where you can expect the home favorite to win. Not in this tournament. Berdych also had some remarks about Rafa's game which weren't very kind. When he's playing his best tennis, he is running and everywhere, and he can hit some incredible shots. But I can't remember him playing any other style of game. This is the kind of game I like, that he's running behind the baseline and hitting ball just over the net so I can go in and volley or stay back and play from the baseline. Rafa, on the other hand, did not think the crowd's expectations were absurd and point out that cheering for the local players was the norm at every tournament. If you play against a local player, that's normal. That's good for tennis because the public supports you. When I played in the Czech Republic, the crowd was the same and I didn't say anything. Rafa also referenced to the treatment he received at the Swedish Open the week before, where he lost to Swede Joakim Johansson. If you're wondering what happened with Berdych in the rest of the tournament, he was defeated in the following round by Fernando Gonzalez, a 6-3, 6-1 loss in only 52 minutes, where the Czech folded under the crowd pressure.
That's it.
After that match, he said, "I've never seen anything like this. It's like a bad dream. It's not a tennis crowd." Going forward with our story, Rafael Nadal and Thomas Berdych met 20 more times on the tennis court after their encounter in the Madrid Masters. And even though Berdych claimed to like Rafa's game, he lost in 19 out of these 20 matches. In their very next encounter in the semi-final of Monte Carlo 2007, Rafa handed him his first bagel in their head-to-head, then went on to destroy the Czech in a record of 17 consecutive matches, including a record of 20 consecutive sets. One of those wins came in the Davis Cup final in 2009, which was played in Spain, and of course you know what that means. In the pre-match interview, it looked like Thomas had high hopes of defeating Rafa again at his home, and of course he had some remarks about the crowd before the game.
The atmosphere is going to be really tense and it's going to be really
noisy, but I hope the people's gonna stay fair play as they can, and it's gonna be nice atmosphere for both of the teams. But well, yeah, I beat him in Madrid, and then I never beat him on clay. So every series has to end one time, and it's a good chance to try it here in Barcelona.
But as expected, Rafa completely crushed him for the 5th time in a row, handing him another bagel to secure another Davis Cup win for Spain.
Rafa cierra el partido, un partido impecable y por fin una victoria de Rafa después de esa racha de 4 derrotas consecutivas. Se ha reencontrado con la arcilla, con la tierra batida, con el ambiente de Copa Davis. No nos ha fallado Emilio. Ha derrotado al jugador checo.
The 17-match winning streak also included 2 meetings at the Madrid Masters in 2014 and 2015. You can see the secret of Rafa's success right here. This is what he said in the post-match interview after defeating Thomas for the 17th consecutive time. Just look how humble this man is.
And it's a 17th win in a row against Thomas. Does that make it easier to prepare for a match like that when you know you have such a good record against a particular opponent?
No, always. Every match is different, and when you are playing against a player who has the level of Thomas, you know, anything can happen. And I never go on court thinking that I won 16 in a row, because I know you always can lose.
However, Berdych's sole win finally came in the Australian Open of 2015, but they faced 2 more times after the clash at Melbourne Park. Both of them were won by the Spaniard to stamp his authority on their head-to-head record. Overall, the 22-time Grand Slam champion has a 20-4 lead over Berdych.
Tough day at the office for Berdych. Nadal, a comfortable winner, delighting his fans here in Madrid.
In a recent interview after his retirement, Berdych was asked about that incident in Madrid and whether he regretted it or not, to which he answered, "It's not a regret. Yes, I mean probably if I would do the situation again, let's say now or last year, that would be bad. A bad situation and a bad moment of my career, absolutely. But this happened when I was like, I don't know, 20, 22, and of course those things are happening. There are guys who smash rackets and so on. And in case you're wondering, I believe the two have a good relationship right now." Through his social media platforms, Thomas always appreciated the great things Rafa has done and is still doing for tennis. Hope you enjoyed today's video. Feel free to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel if you did. Let me hear your opinions down in the comments, and let me know if there are some topics you'd like me to cover next. Thank you so much for watching, and see you in the next video.
Haven't seen that one before. In his mind, he came here as the defending champion.
Absolutely amazing career, and it's wonderful to have you on our team, and please welcome Rafa Nadal.